Hi everyone, this is Fake Hair Mama. Today I'm going to be going over what I use and how I wash my wigs. You probably all know that I prefer to use natural products, and this method I've been using for about a year now, and it's been working very well to maintain my wigs, and a lot less expensive than the other products that are out there that are just for wigs. I know when I first started out, I felt like I had to have every shampoo, conditioner, hairspray, styling products. I spent like at least $100 on all those things, and they eventually all ended up in the trash. A lot of them have harmful ingredients, as well as regular shampoos that are on the market. If you read the ingredients and you research them, the EWG has done research on chemicals that can disrupt your hormones and cause cancer and inflammation. So I am trying to avoid any of those products. So what I'm going to be washing today, I usually end up with a pile of wigs that need to be washed, and then finally I'm like, okay, I gotta get this done. So the first wig I'm going to be washing is Jessica by Jon Reneau, and I'm not going to want to disrupt any of these curls. She's brand new. She was on clearance, so I do want to give her a bath because I know someone else tried her on, and she definitely smells like perfume to me, so I want to get that perfume out of there. So you always want to use cold water. So I'm just going to fill my sink about halfway here, and you want to use cold water because the fibers, you don't want them, you want them to retain their shape. If it's curls or straight, you don't want to put hot water in there to bend the fibers again. So you want to maintain the cold water, and I like to use Castile Soap. This is Dr. Bronner's Castile Soap, but there's other brands out there. And I just use about a tablespoon, and I just, eyeball it in the palm of my hand. And then I'm just going to put the wig in here. And get her all wet. Now you don't want to be scrubbing your wig or messing up the fibers. So I usually just kind of do a sweep in the water a few times just to get the soapy water through there. And if you wanted to, if you felt like you did a lot of sweating in the wig and you wanted to do a little extra scrubbing on the inside of the cap, that would be okay. But once I am done that, I just let her soak for about 10 minutes. Or, I'd let them soak for much longer than that if I'm doing other things in the house, and that doesn't harm them at all. So while Jessica is soaking, I also have another wig that needs some attention. I think this was Macy by Paula Young, and she's no longer available, but I have worn her a few times. And what I normally will do, Jessica, I'm not pre-treating her because she still has that coating from the factory on her fibers. So for the first washing, I don't do that. But with Macy, first I'm going to want to gently comb out any tangles. Starting from the bottom, and then you work your way up until you're not feeling any more tangles in there. And with special attention to the nape where all that friction happens and against the collar of your clothes, and get more tangles and fuzzies there. So Macy, I will be pre-treating her before I wash her, which will help prevent further tangles down the road. Okay. And just making sure all the tangles are out here. Okay. So some people will use special products for removing the tangles or preventing the friction at the nape. And again, some of those products are not natural, so I try to avoid them. And you've probably heard me mention before that some people actually use Armor All to treat that nape area. And definitely not natural. Keep it for your car. But two of the main ingredients in the Armor All are silicone and glycerin. So we can still use those because those are natural and avoid all the other chemicals in the Armor All. So I like to use the Simply Styling Serum. There's also a spray form, whatever you prefer. I think they're both the same. So I just put about a teaspoon in my palm, and this is a new bottle that I bought. I use the glycerin for other health and beauty products that I make, but I also put a couple drops of this with the silicone. So I just have it in a little dispenser bottle to make it easier. So I just mix those up, and I'm just going to coat the fibers. Maybe a little more in that nape area. And I might have to grab some more. But if I'm just doing, you can do this periodically between washings as well to prevent that friction from happening. But right now I'm going to be doing pretty much the whole wig. I'm just going to grab a little more just to give it a little spot treatment here. And I try to avoid the crown area. Okay. So we got that through all the fibers. So now I'm going to comb it again just to make sure that it's spread out evenly. Okay. So I'm just going to let Macy sit here while Jessica is soaking, and then she'll be next in line for a wash. But I'll bring you back and show you how I rinse my wigs and dry them. So I have to apologize, guys. My microphone wasn't working in this segment of the video. So now I just swished Jessica a couple more times through the soapy water and just gently squeezing the excess water out of her. Just want to be gentle and not be roughing up the fibers. So now I'm going to rinse Jessica in my shower with the shower head, again with cold water. Just letting it run down the fibers, getting all the areas and inside the cap as well. You could also rinse her in your kitchen sink if you have a higher faucet. So now she's all rinsed, and we're going to gently squeeze that excess water out of her again. And we're going to be laying her on a towel to help absorb the rest of the water. So Jessica's been in a towel for a few minutes just to absorb that extra moisture, and just have a regular wig rack here to help dry her. Finish drying. So you can see she still has her beautiful curls, and we're just going to put her on here, and she'll take a few hours to dry. And she's not long enough to touch a shelf that you would put her on, but if she was a much longer wig, then I would have the hair hanging, you know, over the edge of the shelf, so it wouldn't dry, you know, like box hair type or bent or anything. So Jessica's all done, and we'll be doing Macy. Now, if I was washing a shorter wig, like my Breezy Wave here, I like to dry them upside down, so they have more of that fluffy, curly look. And I just use one of these hangers that you get when you buy clothes. And if you still have the tag on, you can hang her by the tag. And that's actually how I store them even when they're dry. I just store them like this. So, cheap wig hanger. Goes right in my closet. I have a little section in my closet just for these hanging wigs. But if you have a sleeker style that is meant to be straight like the Macy, then I will put her on a rack like this, so she dries straight like she's meant to be. So we're going to get Macy in the bath and give her the same treatment now that the silicone's been on there for a bit. Let me know what you're using for wig products and what you've tried. I find this to be a inexpensive, more natural approach, and it's done well with my wig fibers. I like to use the lavender Castile soap. If you prefer, they do also have an unscented or other scents that you can use. I'm sensitive to perfume, so I prefer not to use any wig products with fragrance in them, and most of them do have some kind of fragrance. So if you want to save money and try this natural approach to washing your wigs, give it a try. Let me know if you've tried it, and please like and share this video and subscribe if you haven't done so already. See you next time.